What's up, gamers? GamerDad here. This is a guide to help you complete all of the Week 5 weekly quests. If you've not already subscribed, please do so. First up, visit Reality Falls, Tilted Towers, and Shuffled Shrines. So I recommend landing at Reality Falls right here at this crossway. You're going to have two different options for picking up a car, and as you glide in off the battle bus, look at the gas station or look over there just beside the cottage. Choose the car of your liking. Hop in, of course. Now, you need to drive a little into the Reality Falls POI. You can learn from me here. I feel like this road here is right on the border, so I wasn't getting credit for a little while. Royally annoying. So if you probably would have just driven down the hill a little bit, you probably would have got it. Then you're going to head over right on the roadway out over here, right to Tilted Towers. As you approach Tilted Towers, you'll get credit for this location. Head in and then take the easterly road out, which you see me on there. And then it's just a quick jaunt here, and then go south, and you'll pretty much be able to drive right up to this POI. Just drive right into the Shuffle Shrines POI, and this will be completed. Next up, destroy giant mushrooms with the Ripsaw launcher. So this one is pretty good. There's lots of Ripsaw launchers around. Go around the Reality Falls POI until you find your Ripsaw launcher. Once you do, it's up to you where you want to get it. But if you follow to this area here, you can see on the small map there, there's at least 8 of these here. So just kick up the Ripsaw. You don't have to get too close. You can fire this thing from pretty far away. And just fire it and take out these large mushrooms until you've taken out a total of 8. No secrets to this one. It's just nice to go on the edge of the POI so you don't have a lot of people trying to fight you. If you go into the middle by the reality tree, it's going to be pretty chaotic. So that challenge is done. Next, collect a Porta-Fort and a Ripsaw launcher in a single match. So find your Ripsaw launcher. You can find it in a chest, you can find it on the ground, or you can get one at the chop shop. But if you've just done that challenge at Reality Falls, you should already have one. Then just go on a mission until you find the Porta-Fort. In this case, you can find the Porta-Forts as well, laying on the ground or within chests. So once you locate it, 2 items, pretty simple, challenge complete. Next up, deploy a Porta-Fort and deal damage to opponents within 30 seconds. So again, you should have just got the Porta-Fort as part of your previous challenge. If not, go around the map until you find one in a chest or on the ground, and then look for an opponent. Once you see an opponent, deploy that Porta-Fort, and then just unload on them. You actually do not need to get much damage at all to complete this. It's actually only 50 damage, so it's really not that hard to do. Another challenge complete. Next up, collect floating rings near Reality Falls. So obviously you're going to head over to Reality Falls. Now, come here off the battle bus. You'll see all those right there, those exclamation marks. Those are the markings where the rings are. Come in off of the battle bus, and that way you can actually float through the air, and you can probably pick up 1 or more of these, depending upon your flying abilities here. But as you see, I float in, I catch one there. And then there's a couple of them in the waterfalls, so get some building materials if you're assuming you're not playing no build. I recommend actually not doing no build. And then you can actually build up to the waterfalls here, and you can pick up the rings. So there's 2 of them thus far, and as you can see, these waterfalls here, each of them has another ring in front of it. You just have to be a little careful. There will be other people at this POI. It's pretty busy. So there's another one. Stock up on some materials. Here's ring number 4. Try not to fall off your build like I just did there. And now I just need 1 more. And there's one right here, right beside the reality tree. Again, just build up. Super easy way to get this done. So that's another challenge complete. Next up, deal DMR damage to opponents from above. So obviously you need to get yourself a DMR. You can find them on the ground, find them in chests. Or as I'll show in this next example here, you can head over to the 7 outpost right here that's north of Logjam Lotus, and you can actually buy the DMR right here. So that's an easy way to do it. I recommend that. And then you can just go to your favorite location and start dealing damage. Just make sure you are higher than the people you're shooting at. So I did a little test here, and I actually tried shooting the wild boar. At first I didn't think it worked, but then I realized that I just saw the point there where it gave me some credit for that shot. Unfortunately, it did it so much later that I actually assumed it wasn't working. So you can test that out yourself and see if it works for you when you shoot boars or wolves. Let me know in the comments if it does work for you. Otherwise, you have to do it the harder way and find yourself some opponents. So because you need to get 500 damage, it's a bit of a mission because it's going to take at least 2, 3, or more opponents, and that just depends on how much shields or health they have. But regardless, always just keep yourself up. Go to areas that are hot and busy. I like this area here because out in the lake there's always a lot of people here. And just continue to pick people off. This is a bit of a grind challenge, but it's really not that complicated. And so after a little while here, I was super excited to see this guy, or see this person rolling in, I should say. And I got my last little bit of DMR damage from above. So that challenge is complete. Next up, deal damage to opponents within 10 meters with the Charge SMG. So this one is a beast. Find yourself a Charge SMG. It can be on the ground or within a chest. Now, you have to literally be pretty much on top of someone to be within 10 meters of them. I went a whole match shooting from afar, and I thought it was close enough, but I wasn't. So you really should be approaching people on the sly, sneaking up to them, or rushing at them so fast that they can't even see you, and just don't know what to do, but you have to be super, super close. Just do this enough times, and eventually you'll have that damage. So I do hope these videos are helpful. Please drop a like, please leave me a comment, and most importantly, if you've not already done so, please do subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support. Hope you do well on the challenges, and until the next video, this is GamerDad, out.